So, who knows, we might need some more hires soon.
I'm kind of like, I'm taking like a year off. I'm just exploring the world a bit. I'm not looking to get a job at the moment, but I'll take it into consideration. Thank you. And I'm like sheepishly walking back towards where I came from.
He just watches you leave with just like the same just kind of like smile, like that he just seems like totally like fine.
Unbothered,
Yeah, unbothered by this, just like
I love
how are people not liking him? He even offered him a job.
a very large sign that says do not enter under no condition, and then there's even tinier text underneath that says penalties will be severe, and the door, however, is not locked.
I'm going right in.
So you're not sure what it is, but you just don't feel like it's alcohol. Is pretty much all you get from it.
I think I'll get my finger, dab my finger into it, and then like lick it.
Okay, you die.
It was poison.
So you need information.
Yeah.
Got any fertilizer or water?
I'm gonna give you two options. I can go to the bar and grab you a glass of water, or I can like take it down my pants and maybe give you a bit of fertilizer.
I'll take the first option, not that water.
I feel like this makes sense. You know how your family is, and now Xavier's like gone, and it sounds like Sanson's gone too. We need to find them, or I don't know if we can tell Marvin.
Please, it's fine. It's fine. You know, kids get away, husbands get away. It's fine. We'll find them. We'll keep looking. I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry that you lost your husband. Don't worry. They always come crawling back. Am I right, darling?
My dear, you should still probably be in one of the rooms. I feel like you're still a bit excited from everything that happened, and who knows, it might not be safe for you out here with Sanson gone. And he like steps a little bit closer to you, like as he says it.
So it's like it might not be safer. It might not be safe. Yeah. Ooh. I like everyone being like, ew, I hate it.
You guys are all not like...
I take like 2 steps back from him as he steps forward.
You blink out of existence this time. So his form once again goes back to like this blurry, kind of almost smoky shape of a person when you're in the ethereal plane. But then all of a sudden this time when you blink out of existence again, you kind of panic, you step back, you blink. He's a blurry, smoky form, but then you see him take a step forward towards you and the smoke clears, and now he's clear as day in front of you, but you're still in the ethereal plane.
Huh. I did think this was where you were running off to. The fog is kind of a tell. But I really don't think you should have done that.
Wait, he can see into the airplane?
No, he straight up joined you
He's
there.
in there.
Oh, no!
The words of our Lord and Savior, Sonic the Hedgehog. We gotta go fast.
Who is this Sonic you mentioned?
Sorry, it's a hedgehog I conjured one time. It's a whole story. I was drunk. We don't want to talk about it.
I did the spell wrong. They turned out blue for some reason.
I was teaching a baby druid. It's a whole long, weird story. There was a pink one. It was weird.
A fox with multiple tails showed up at one point.
It's wild. It was a great time. Don't get me wrong, but.
What? He takes his drink thing and just like pushes it into another butler's arms, who the other butler is still like, what? And he's like, and he goes up to you. I have a brother.
Yeah. And I just like kind of start sobbing, like happy tears. Like, I've been anticipating this day all my life that we can be reunited. I can't believe it's a miracle!
My mom and dad said that you died when we were younger. Oh my god, this. praise the gods, draw near his light, and then just goes and like hugs you, like in an embrace. So it's like you
So
two look the
silly.
same, and you're just like hugging.
It was a nat 20. Like I said, sometimes we add some spicy extra effects. You stab into one of the pots. You like slide around one of your friends, very stylish.
On the ice, like
on
slide.
the ice, and then you stab into one of the pots, and as you do it with such intensity that it smashes across the room into yet another pot. So you destroyed 2 in 1.
Nice. I'm calling that a pro gamer move.
Score.
I love that.
Very like scared, but kind of just like pulls her head in, and then just sees like this destroyed area with some of the floor broken, frozen area, and is just kind of looking and being
And
like,
the monster on the ceiling.
yeah,
Now.
and then just like this creature on the ceiling.
And the 3 to 4 meter big metal guy.
Yeah.
with green armor.
Yeah.
Does she recognize the 3 butlers that look exactly like
Yes.
her?
Yeah. She'd also probably think about that
Very
too.
confusing.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I didn't even think about her. Oh no, I've been duped.
That is a 22.
Ooh. So you roll insight, and she seems like she's lying. That's not exactly why she was there. Now, insight, for how we always do it, is it's not like it gives you some psychic know-how of things that you don't know, but you can definitely tell that she's lying about what she's saying.
I'm going to jump off the ceiling right in front of her face.
As
Okay.
this creature?
As this horrifying monster.
And then as I land, I'll come out of wild shape.
Okay.
Oh,
that sounds
that's
very
actually
cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought she was gonna die.
I'm shrinking back.
Oh, and you're just like,
And my
Oh.
west off.
Yep.
We're all finally not being monstrosities of evil.
as he says, I live here, you see as it slowly just absorbs.
Oh, here we go.
It slowly just absorbs the gecko, and you just hear it go, "Oh no!" And then it just into this giant slime.
He held it back in the water. I could talk to it.
Sure. Take it back over to the water and make sure I have a good grip on it.
It would've been funny.
Lose my lunch.
It would've been great if you were like, see, that's what it wants me to like. It wants me to think I should put it back over here.
I love, what is this fish that I'm currently holding out of the water saying? And it's just like,
Help me, help me.
So they put it back in the water, and you can hear it be like, but then it's kind of still being held, but in the water, and it says more calmly, like, life is but a stream. You never know where it will take you. My life may end here.
Do you happen to know what that thing was that just went past here? Have you seen that before?
Small child, this is but another part of life. As we all are, it is just a creature to live, as we all live, and to die one day, as we all die.
I feel like the gecko was more deep though.
Deep in the goo.
Oh!
R.I.P. R.I.P. geckos.
Too soon.
Yeah,
Too soon.
we just lost them.
More like R.I.G. Am I right?
Aw.
Goo.
That was good.
That was great. Inspiration.
Yeah, go heal some researchers. Easy. Nice, easy expedition. What could go wrong?
I love that so much.
And Raylan's gonna be like, I was a little scared of bugs before because they're just so big, but that one was terrifying.
Mara's like, should I have tried to tame that thing? I should have tried to tame that thing. Why didn't I try to tame that thing? Keep thinking, should I go back for that centipede? I really think I should go back for that centipede. How would I get it through the zappies? That's way too big for a shell. How many shells would that centipede need to get through the zappies?
So
They turn to face you, and it's very much like if you've ever seen that meme of the kid that's like angry crying, where they're just like they're heaving, but like there's not any tears, but like you can tell he's still very upset.
Aww.
And Raylan flies over, and you feel this tiny little warm hand just patting you on the shoulder.
We need to get it out of there.
Do you know something?
Yes.
It begins to glow a couple of different colors in a combination and in a sequence. And then it looks up at Lydia one last time and then falls over.
You killed it!
I was supposed
Why?
to tell you what happened without the water. See, I told you.
Probably, I would say it was probably the Adventurers Guild got a report by actually not a local, but someone passing by who saw a creature overhead and it seemed dangerous and was concerned for the town and sent someone out to investigate and make sure the town was okay. Yep.
And the town is not okay.
If that's the case, Atticus is just, well, we figured out what happened. We are done here.
So she pulls out a bunch. Yeah, she gives you cinnamon rolls. She just like has a bag full of a bunch of different breads, so you get some cinnamon.
Wow, how
rolls.
big is the cinnamon roll compared to Chuffed? Is there a fairy? Like, is it just like huge? It's like the same size.
I'm eating a bed.
Yeah, it's like the same size as them.
I could sleep on it. That's
Yeah.
great. I love it.
Love this. And I'm going to make a performance check myself to see if he makes a good drawing or a bad drawing.
Oh, I love that.
Ooh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, go for it.
Okay, no, it looks like absolute garbage.
Oh no! It's like it's all stick figure-y, just like some big bulbous shapes and stuff like.
Like to fly over to his
Exactly.
shoulder. Let me give you a guidance on that, and we can try to redo the drawing a little bit.
Oh.
Aw,
Okay. Yes.
cute.
Yeah. Add that guidance.
Because I don't think I quite got it right. There's a little bit of shading under this twig arm that you painted here.
All right, that.
Oh,
would-
sorry, I dribbled a little bit of frosting on your drawing.
What we're focusing on right now.
Atticus is using the frosting to incorporate texture into this ink drawing.
That's so great.
Makes it look so much better.
It's
So that's
beautiful.
an extra D4 on
Imagine-
your roll.
That brings it over a 10. I don't know if you want to call that a good drawing.
So, which I.
That's a head that looks like a battering ram.
Atticus looking at the drawing, comparing it again. Yes, I think this is our man.
I love that.
It's what has less frosting on it, though.
You know what? I do still have my wildfire spirit. It's just gonna shoot the corpse to me.
Just in case. Okay,
Yes,
do
perfect.
it. Do it.
And I still have my spiritual weapon, so I
yes.
can fucking bash it again.
Of course,
I don't
that's
know.
the nat 20.
Oh.
Oh
From
yeah.
the wildfire spirit attack.
I for the visual too, because this is hilarious. All of you just start like blasting it, kicking it, punching it, and it's like you're just beating up what is the equivalent of this giant crumpled
Yep.
statue thing. We do
Probably.
have a mighty fine ship. And then they say that, and then the mast that was already barely hanging on creaks and does a huge crash behind them as part of it collapses all the way.
That's one of the features of it.
You get the octopus approximation of like, you know when you tilt your hand going like so, you get that from an octopus.
But like a tentacle, just like, yeah. I like that.
It just wiggles up and down like a wave.
Yeah, exactly.
And Abel spends the next minute reading it out loud to himself like a third grader.
Sound it out, buddy.
And then I'll see you, Samantha. Why the hell they spell it like that?
Samantha.
Nicholas goes over. That spells Timothy.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Oh, I had upside down. Oh, okay.
His eyes are still blazing with that like arcane, like light fire, and he just sits cross-legged onto the bed, and he goes completely still. almost like a
sits there-
statue.
That's a little alarming.
Sits there and stares at him for a few seconds, and then throws his hand up in front of his face, up and down, up and down.
Oh, like
Seeing if he's.
Yeah. Are you? Aw. That's a little.
I'm still here.
Ah, thank God. I was just
I
wanting to check,
cannot-
you know. I poke his nose like a little boop, and just press it.
Thank you.
And back. Not a problem, but oh, wait, can't hear me.
Yeah, that's coming from. He's
Damn.
asking these questions, but we can't answer him really.
I mean, evidently he could still feel us. You think if I shake him, he'll come back? No, I do got my own taste in literature. There's this one book called Tuscan Love. Mwah.
That's one that I would consider a crime, I think.
Oh, getting into a debate.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Wait, you
No,
got a
not
book?
because of the content. It was just written so poorly.
Really? I don't know. I thought it was marvelous, personally. But you know what? I mean, I don't think
I
we
thought
need
the
to
main
argue
character
about
could be
this
more
right
demanding.
now.
I'm not lie.
So with that.
Can I try to
Someone with
mimic?
us.
Can I try to mimic its squeaks?
Oh yes. So I just imagine you're like,
That'd be
oh.
performance.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Performance. Shit. That does.
You're like 6'2", so this is just this. Is
I got a 1 plus to it.
It's like squeak.
5.
Oh
That's
no.
exactly what it sounds like. That's
Yeah.
5 total.
I imagine it's really, yeah, it's awkward. So it's sitting there like, and then yours is like, meh, bleh.
Damn, that's the wrong one. Ah, how do you make that noise again? I can't get that high.
And as it goes down, the tentacle flies up and the creature screams out in pain. There's blood all over the tentacle as you see the captain's hand grab onto a piece of the shattered ship, and they disappear and then reappear directly in front of Nyack. And they look at you really close to your face, and then they say, "I'm not done yet."
As it sinks below the waves, Abel is just like, wait, no, damn it, you're alright, get back here!
No, it's just like
No!
And Nicholas stands on top of the water.
Yep.
His hands behind his back.
Hey, but everyone else can breathe underwater.
Ask him if it has command word or an activation sequence, since I am not arcane proficient.
Does it?
Do I just, is it like a beacon or do I turn it on?
He explains. He just tells you basically that the mirror just works.
It just works.
See?
All right.
Yeah, as we're walking
I'm
past
hoping
them
for
in a
more
way,
music.
the music goes off, a little shower of sparks goes off in a different direction. I'm just firing prestidigitation like as fast as I can in different, kind of surrounding the guy.
Ah, not again! As like he's disappearing into the
also cast predestination to help him as well.
Oh, so it's just like
sure.
I
want to add message to that and just like kind of just like do like some gasps in his ear too.
okay. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so all of you are pretty much doing this stuff
And
as
then-
he's going into the fog and just like his bell like jingling.
I want to like make like a little hand of the fog and it just creeps over his shoulder.
Okay.
Can I suggest that Edwin uses minor illusion to, like, I don't know, create like somebody sleeping on the ground as we walk away?
Oh, sure.
Yes.
The title of this is like a party terrorizes dementia patient.
Are you a dreamer or are you awoken?
I see that you all must have spoken to Crawford.
Crawford, you know we didn't ask his name.
Just terrorized him.
Yeah. I did not actually hear of your arrival or have any notice whatsoever. As you can tell, apologies for that. What? Who are you? Again, all of you?
Well, so I love it when people don't answer my questions.
And those were only the surface thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on. I wanted to go deeper.
You want to go deeper?
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay.
So that
I'm picking Marius up off the ground here in a moment.
Oh my god.
Let's risk it for the biscuit.
Who's
got the wet back?
Did they ever look at the bell tower at all whenever they were like in sync or no?
Nope. So you
Can I pick one of those many thoughts and like go chase that thought deeper? Or one of the voices, maybe one of the voices is more I can hear louder.
So, you tried to delve deeper, ignoring the painful sensation that you had. You were able to center yourself really well. You had enough control, even with this sudden thing that you had never experienced before. You tried to delve deeper into its mind, and all of those clattering voices get even louder until they become screams, and you're trying to focus on one screaming voice at one time. And the only thing you hear right before you're pushed out is, "You're not welcome here." So Osmond ends up uncovering the down below, kind of where they're digging underneath some of the rubble. You can see a little glimpse of this small little creature that is kind of like the size of a medium. How big is it?
It's just like a rabbit kind of sized, like pretty much like what you imagine.
About a rabbit size. And you just see this little fluffy thing in terror underneath this rubble is finally exposed. And the moment it's exposed, I imagine that's when Guath just like shoots forward and then boops and grabs him and then gets out of there, and the building doesn't crumble because you guys like secured the heck out of this and like worked this like a team. And yes, so success. The little creature has been brought out.
I would like to ask the rest of my party members to come within, say, 5 feet of this woman, if they'd be willing to do so.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yo, let's jump her.
I
mean, as a warlock, I'm no
to be
stranger
clear,
this.
to
What
be
is
clear,
that?
not menacingly.
Morris is trying to like hold the things back and is like, "Go!" And the creature's like pulling in the building
As
and
it's
everything
breaking.
is piling down, and you guys don't know if you're gonna be able to get out, and you start gunning it, but then the terrain's difficult, threads going everywhere, the building's starting to crumble down, and then Osmond's like, "No!" and then casts the spell to be able to help you guys teleport. You all teleport in unison in pieces, but you still have a little ways to go, and you're breaking through the building, and then stuff starts crumbling, and it looks like Edwin gets out, and then Ulrich gets out, and then the building crumbles forward, and there's a moment where you're like, "Oh gosh, did 2 of our people get crushed?" And then suddenly in a blur of raven feathers, I think it is, Guath suddenly appears next to the building, and then there's silence, and Arlen is not there.
Seeing him dive back in and be like, "Osmond, are you still there?" And then I try, because I still feel connected to Osmond, Edwin, and Guath. "Osmond, are you still there? Tell me you're there."
You get like a 10-second pause as I have to like readjust to the mental weight of blowing the rest of my magic to sort of catch the building and say, "You've got 8 hours to dig us out. We're stuck in the hut."
No one is going to believe me, Ash. No one is going to believe.
Oh.
Damn, people dying already. Nah.
Oh god.
No,
Oh,
place to put him on his cheeks like a chipmunk.
I love it.
Just envision Patrice pulling him back by the scruff and he's munching the mouthful.
Have you ever seen those cat videos where cats just take their whole mouths and try to eat the entire, like, bowl of cat food at one time? That's what I imagine.
Yes, I assume the avalanche is over now, but we seem to lost a companion. And I figured you're from here. Perhaps you could help us. To help pay you for this, I can give you some food, perhaps.
What kind of food do you have? Because I do like snacks.
Beatrice is gonna be like gently like trying to keep their arm straight, take their left arm, kind of reach around into their bag to try and find another type of ration. Most of my rations are in various forms of cookies, because I baked them beforehand. So I'm gonna take out my variety cookie tin. I'm gonna attempt to like raise it up to my head and like open it with my teeth, because I've only got one hand. And
I'll
the
hold
lid's
the
gonna
note
clatter
back.
to the floor. I'm gonna glare at it now and be like, don't even try. And inside the tin is going to be chocolate chip, sugar cookie, carrot cake cookies, and grasshopper flour cookies. And I'm gonna be like, do any of these pique your interest?
No, not really. But, that's okay. I appreciate it anyway. But instead of those snackies, because those aren't really the snackies that I normally eat, how about instead we can tag along and watch what happens to you all? Not that anything would happen, of course, these caves are very safe, but I just, we don't really get a lot of people in here, and so we're just kind of curious to watch, and that could be our sustenance.
Well, I thought it would take you
Girl.
at least a day to replace me with a cat. And I guess bats? What are we doing?
No, glares at Pearl, glares at Patrice, glares at the bat, releases Pearl's pant leg and pats to the back of the group. Who got a pet while I was gone?
They're not a pet, they're a friend.
Beatrice, I want you to know that my nausea brought on by my fear of heights has really gotten better. I've really learned how to breathe through it, and I count and I breathe in for 4 and then I blow out for 4, and it really helps.
Wonderful. Would you like me to count as we go down to help?
No, I got it, because I'll want to look at you if you're counting to be polite, but I gotta keep my eyes closed because I hate what we're doing.
Surroundings, which also all around you now is a herd, I don't know, a group?
Floof of fruffs.
I love that. Okay, so writing that down.
That is now the new murder of crows. A floof of frogs.
I'm seriously gonna write that down because that is so funny.
One day I will learn to speak cat, so meow, 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 meow. I have no idea what I said, but hopefully it was a compliment.
No looks at you and just says, "No, do not do that. Do you realize how many grammatical errors are in that? No."
Grammar is a social construct anyways. Trying to get the boss attention. Hi, hello, hey, big monster guy, big scary fella. Hi, hello, hi. Mr. Basil Hazelnut, business rabbit, thief, ex-thief, modern thief, whatever thief. I see you're very hungry. Are you hungry? I see that you're very, very hungry. Now, I think the creatures downstairs won't feel such a big, intimidating, impressive creature like you. Agree with me. You can agree with me. You look very, very clever. Why wouldn't you agree with me? You see this baggie, and I show him the bag. You see this baggie? It has a lot of yum-yums. It has a lot of big, big yum-yums. Do I get the creature's attention?
You do. But also, I want to know, Plam, what was your character about to say? Because I know you're very limited on words, so I always like to hear what you're going to say when you're going to say something, just as a quick cut-in.
She was just gonna nod and say, "Get out the way, you overgrown chicken."
Beatrice, like, meat shields everybody as far as, like, this is happening right in front of them. And you stand up and you're like, I'm gonna meat shield this. And you actually take, oh, where did I write it down? I already moved dice. I had it on a calculator though. See, it worked. So then that would be half of that, which is freaking insane. So you would take 16 fire damage as this lady just basically explodes. And that's already halved, so it's 16. And then everybody else who's like jumping up, trying to block the baby, trying to block the mom from any excess is also, since you guys were just trying to block and not protect yourselves, I'm going to say you failed. However, because it was meat shield, I'm going to say everybody takes half. So Beatrice took so much of that, so nobody's taking full damage, regardless of the fact that you all are just like standing there trying to block this baby. Baby is perfectly unharmed whatsoever, and so is the mom because of all this meat shielding by everyone.
Borberg will scream and charge towards the head, and after about 4 or 5 seconds, just sit down and be like, I'm done for a second.
So Rusticus looks forward, sees his companion struggling on the edge, and he pulls out his faithful chipper, his battle axe, and he swings it and uses it to grip into the entity and pull himself forward into a better position. And he calls to them, "Concern is his come. We must have starch in our approach."
He tries to march triumphantly forward. I think it's time to we have to get the strength of our barbarian into this, and so I think I would run over to Amundsen, and with the healing power of Tamatoea, I would slap Amundsen across the face, healing him for 8 points.
Ooh!
8 points of healing, and like just slap the fire out, sort of thing.
I love it.
And get yourself together, man! Our friends are falling.
My face just burned. Then Annette starts screaming, and I'll turn out, well, that's not a pupper. And I'll just scream and just start charging at it, and then jumping up and down underneath it, swinging, but not getting anywhere because I'm not tall enough.
So you're just kind of like, like trying to jump up, and you're like, die.
Basically, yeah.
You are now all of a sudden in space. Luckily for you, you're Tatoes. You don't breathe because you're actually technically just. I love the instant everybody's like. You all are now in space, and Lux, kind of like everybody's sitting there. The meteors, the very large meteors. Once again, they're like the size of these headphones. They start to smack the side of this creature, and all of you are holding on. And then our little Potet is too curious and kind of like peeks up over the edge to see what's going on, and just gets thunked right into the head, and begins to just spin through space backwards.
Just go in the tip of the wing, and when it's on the outwardmost part, just let it sling us forward to the edge.
Oh, so like a... Oh, that's creative.
To the front.
Nothing could go wrong.
Yeah, that sounds like a wild idea. We need to do it.
Let's do that. Yep, that's very sensible.
Per appropriate Tato logic, Spartacus runs towards the eyeball and smacks it with his meat tenderizer. Hold still, you blasted fiend! And smacks it on the eye. 22 to hit.
That if something is fluffy, it hurts more. So they do extra damage against fluffy creatures. I just
waxing this mite.
It's very painful.
I'm gonna give this mite a Brazilian right now.
I imagine that you're running across this ice and you're looking at this creature and you are like, you and I will be friends. And you have like your other one that you just collected and you're doing like a friendship run and you start sliding and you're like, no. And then the one that you had already collected as your friend helps throw you. So it like grabs you as you're sliding and then throws you to the other one and you just start flying through the sky with your little arms out and you're like, wee! And then you just land like splat onto the other one's face and then it too is like, is this what love is?
Wait, young man! Before you do anything, here, smell this. And he just hands a cupcake to your face, and you smelling the sweet aroma of the cupcake is me giving guidance to you.
Can I eat the cupcake?
I mean, you can if you want. It's part of the cantrip, it's flavorful.
But does that mean you take a pause from looking for a way out to eat a cupcake?
So your little shuffle bunny takes 7 bludgeoning damage as it is yeeted into the side wall. It's just like you hear and then it just boom right into the side of the hallway.
Bolt, no! Look for the bunny, land and kind of look back at the group and say, so I guess we're not stepping there.
As you see it turn around, make a couple of hops, and then it lands in that same like sound as it landed on a thing that sinks down, like a little stone area that sinks down, and yet again, force just pushes it and it slams into the wall again.
Is it at least close to them now?
It's slightly closer now. Summon all of these rats, and they start running down the hallway right after the little buddy is scooped out. And at first, it seems like nothing is activating, and then when enough of these rats
swarm
get onto certain areas of the hallway, all of a sudden you hear the sound, and then a bunch of piles of these rats are just launched into the side.
And you hear like a bunch of squeaks that just fall silent.
They have like no hit points.
They have
I don't
a
even
health
have
point.
to roll.
They have a health point.
So this is just this horrific scene of all of these rats moving towards you, and every time there's too many of them on a certain area, there's just a sound of and then it's just and they just get launched and splat into the wall. And this is the worst thing ever. Over the area, and then I guess that's when all the rats go. And they go
as well.
Only 20.
Oh yeah, the
only
20.
Yeah, only 20 of
rats.
them. Oh.
Are you just telling the rats to just go swimming to their death?
You have so many of them, right, available.
I'm gonna give him a little like motivation speech. Like, it is an honor to do this.
Your little bunny friend has had a hard adventure. Every turn, it seems like this thing has been beaten up and it has had enough. So it jumps on top of this creature's head, and then lightning bursts forth from its cute little paws.
Yep.
And this creature screams out with its arm chopped off,
The
and
blood
its body weakened, and its mouth bloodied. And it drops to the ground, and your bunny actually killed it.
It was so-
To everyone else's perspective, you vanish. No explosion, no big anything. You were just gone.
Off on a new adventure.
Yep. So, from old Becky and Keish perspective, they literally just and they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
You still want to go inside that?
No.
Good.
No, I'm gonna grab treasure and go home and see mom and dad. It's still a big thing.
I think I see who the
I can.
That's my girl.
Imp is like hovering over this tied rope, and you go over to investigate, and it seems like they kind of just wrapped it around a lot around the rope, and that if any...
It's not like a knot.
Yeah, if there was any real amount of weight that was put on this rope, it would have dropped off.
And you notice this as you see your friend Nadia down there getting ready to begin to climb.
I don't say a thing.
Yeah, and you see Nada's upset, and you just see her walk over to her imp and grab it by the neck and then drown it in the acid.
The imp?
Because they almost got her killed.
Oh no!
Audience, if you're listening, I feel like we should specify, we're not the good guys.
Hey, oh no, remember Casey, I said before you had already climbed up the wall. Like your
Oh.
check carried, you've been up on the
Yeah,
wall. Right.
we carried over the check just
Yeah.
because you had already rolled for the other one. That way you didn't have to roll a bunch back to back.
But I could die.
I mean, do you want to do another check?
Fall into the acid and take more damage.
Are you wanting
I mean, if you want to go back and we'll retro and say that if you want to try it again.
Sure, why not?
So you walk up to this thing, and at first it turns and it immediately looks like it is getting ready to rip your face apart. All of the little tendrils like go up, and
Yeah.
they look like they're getting ready to stab through your face. And there's a hot second where there is no movement. Do you do anything in this moment where it looks like it is getting ready to stab your face? So you have no idea. Or do you just like stand there?
I'll just have summon tentacles around me to like sort of mimic it.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, I like that. So it seems to kind of, I mean, it doesn't have a face, but it
Yeah.
looks at you.
Yeah, so to speak.
And the tendrils seem to kind of like tap on your arms that are now covered in this dust, and it seems to kind of be investigating you. And
the new tentacles that are on the floor now.
yeah, and now it's just like and then it just turns and continues doing what it was doing, seeming to decide to not engage with you for right now.
I'd like my pet to try to sneak 40 feet forward of me.
Okay, just have it do a stealth check.
A 9.
A 9? Ooh, okay, so there's a chance it maybe is like a little bit stealthy, but also there's a really good odd that they completely see it walking like towards the battlefield.
Kind of sounds really adorable,
Yeah.
honestly. Like it's like,
I do fair there.
Yeah, the cat was emeowcerated.
No!
Oh,
no! I kind of want to give Naughty
I have
advantage.
something that can bring it back.
I kind of want to give them inspiration for that. Okay.
Can bring it back.
But David, that was appalling.
You guys just see your comrade throw a spear into your other friend, and they go down seemingly dying.
Can I just like...
And then I go loot the
I was
Umbra.
running on the Umbraborn, and I got hit by the spear, so I slide to the body.
so your body goes down and you slide over onto.
Yeah, I'm sliding.
Okay.
Nada goes behind her imp and just slices its throat.
Goes behind where?
The imp it slices its throat.
Just goes up from behind it. It's like probably like feasting on one of the creatures, whatever. Then I just like walk up behind it and like does like the oh no look before it dies.
It's so used to this. This is terrible. All of a sudden, this thing bursts into flames, but it doesn't seem like it's flames that are hurting it so much as now this creature is just a big ball of fire
Like an
and
ooze?
trying to consume people. So now it's just like this giant on fire thing, just like
No.
like moving
So
forward.
pretty much one of you like hit it with a few things freeing one, and the other's like, "Don't worry, guys, I'll distract it," and just pretty much threw like a Molotov cocktail on it. It's just fire as it's just coming towards you.
So now it's like even worse.
Now eating baked potatoes?
Yeah.
He's just gonna like look up and go like, "Hey, stop doing this!" And he's gonna jump up with his rage-filled yam hammer. He's gonna yam hammer David in the face so he can distract the GM.
Oh.
Who's he gonna get?
So wait, distracting us?
Yeah, because if you're distracted, then you can't actually control the monsters.
Oh. Oh man.
Are we
Fourth
there?
wall?
Are we there right now?
Well, you said we could do anything.
Well, I don't think we meant like literally anything. Like,
It's now canon. Taters can break the fourth wall.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, Tatoes are magical. So all of you see as a Tato shouts out in a war crime, and the creature have
War
now.
You said war crime. I shout out in a war crime. I was like, a war crime. That's very
It's
different.
also a war crime.
Does that mean there is or isn't a Geneva Convention?
Both.
We don't know
Both.
yet.
No, I don't know. That is so funny. I didn't even catch that I said
Yeah, I was like, nope, that's not the same thing.
Potato convention.
Oh, my goodness. This guy drops to the ground as he goes to step over you.
As you just like, pop, 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 pop,
papers go everywhere. The room is on fire. Chaos.
Well, I think she wants to go over and mix up a random potion.
And then like pour it on them to see what happens.
Just wait. She's gonna like stand in front of their face, like intimidating, and splash them with a healing potion, pick them up, and then throw the other potion on them. See what happens.
Oh, okay, so you're like healing. So then they
Oh,
wake
healing
up
the
and
big
they're
people?
like, what? And then you're just gonna be like, other random potion.
Wait, is this one that's been tested yet?
No. Oh.
I like
You just like that.
I love that story card. Thank you, Tice, for that. I love that. That's and that's
Okay. So this thing is very confused, and you run out the door, and Lucia throws down 2 ball bearings, like, I don't know, hopefully that's good. And then you guys take off like that little girl in the car. And you guys are just zooming, and the creature seems almost like thrown off by the fact that 1, some weird thing just came in and took its puzzle piece, and 2, that the door is open. So now all of a sudden it kind of like an animal being released and that doesn't know how to respond toward it. It like looks out the door and like moves its tendrils around like what, but then very quickly just starts to like throw itself out, and it's pulling itself by these tendrils, so it's just like and you guys are going and you pass one of the lab technicians that see you, and they turn around, and it's kind of like you pass them, and then they're
like you go
looking
under
at
their feet
you,
or something, like,
and they're like, get back here, and they're yelling, and then all of a sudden they just slowly turn to see this thing just like, and it's taking up the entire hole. Then you go and you start driving just like the child. You start driving, and then your back wheels get stuck on it, but the creature is down. It is
you just
gone.
mashed it, and it like splintered everywhere.
Yeah.
This was the one that just got like stabbed a bunch by that one Tato, and then just
it's like the back wheels are like and
Yep.
they're just like
they're like stuck.
scattering the splinters of this creature, but now it's stuck. Yeah.
Okay, like an Olympian, my Tato is gonna be swinging it around. What is that? Like the shot.
Oh, where it's like holding it and then spinning to be like, "Huh."
The 1984 commercial, and and throw it towards the Tato, the evil Tatos, and the evil Tamatoa.
I love it. Okay. What would that be roll-wise, David, to hit?
To do what with
To
the?
throw the thing at the like tree
Yeah, it's
and
just
all
a
the
ranged
potatoes?
attack roll. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like the little puzzle piece.
Range attack roll. What's
So I would just add your dex
using
modifier.
strength? Dex. Okay.
Yeah, because you're throwing something. So
6 in total.
6.
So you go and you're trying to throw it at this tree that's at the center of the room, but you got kind of dizzy while you were spinning, and so you just throw it, and it actually goes way past the tree, past the other Tatos, and kind of just lands in the corner of the room. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
How close is this thing behind me? Would it even recognize me?
You don't know? You're not sure?
It just comes into a room of like identical looking Tatos.
Yep.
What kind of action do I have? Movement, right?
Yeah, just movement. Like if you want to move away.
Yeah, I wanna get behind the door frame.
Oh.
Like quickly.